Imagine walking the romantic, bustling streets of Paris, the cafes, laughter, the hum of city life. Now imagine, with one misstep or wrong turn, descending into the bones of 6 million people. Beneath your feet lies a labyrinth of limestone tunnels and stacked human remains. An underground ossuary built to contain the dead. Welcome to the catacombs of Paris. By the late 18th century, Paris faced two catastrophic problems at once. On one hand, the city had long-standing limestone quarries under its streets, tunnels that made the ground unstable. On the other, central cemeteries, such as the Holy Innocents Cemetery, had become dangerously overcrowded and unsanitary. The cemetery had served Paris for centuries, but by 1780 it was closed after repeated complaints and a structural collapse of a nearby basement wall under the weight of mass graves. To solve both crises, unstable underground mines and overflowing cemeteries, authorities began a massive relocation project. Between 1785 and 1787, bones from Holy Innocents and other central cemeteries were exhumed and moved nightly into abandoned quarries near Montparnasse. These tunnels were consecrated as the Paris Municipal Ossuary on April 7, 1786, beginning what would grow into the catacombs. Today, the catacombs are estimated to hold the remains of more than 6 million individuals, making it among the world's largest ossuaries. The section open to the public begins roughly 65 feet underground, about the height of a 5-story building. Visitors descend 131 steps to enter the tunnels and later climb 112 steps to exit. Inside, walls of skulls and femurs are arranged in shocking but strangely ordered displays. But behind those walls lies a more chaotic reality. Thousands, if not millions, of bones jumbled together, stripped of identity and buried as mass remains. Not all who lie under Paris are nameless. Among the remains are bones transferred from once prestigious cemeteries demolished in the upheaval of the late 18th and early 19th centuries, including survivors of plague, residents of old parishes, victims from revolutionary turmoil, and the many anonymous poor. But not everyone beneath Paris arrived already dead. Some were claimed by the tunnels themselves. One well-documented case of someone lost to the catacombs is the story of Philibert Aspert, who worked as a doorkeeper for the Val-de-Grâce hospital during the French Revolution. In November 1793, he entered the tunnels beneath Paris through a staircase in the hospital courtyard, presumably to retrieve wine or for some other errand. He never returned. His body was discovered 11 years later, on April 30th, 1804, buried in one of the quarry galleries, finally interred where he fell. That story stands as a grim reminder. For some, the catacombs became a trap, a final resting place of neglect and anonymity. The tunnels beneath Paris stretch far beyond the small curated section open to visitors. Estimates suggest a subterranean network of hundreds of kilometres, only a fraction of which is accessible. In 2017, reality intruded on morbid fascination. Two teenagers, aged 16 and 17, ventured beyond the authorized paths and became lost in the maze. They spent 3 terrifying days in total darkness before being rescued thanks to search teams and rescue dogs. They were treated for hypothermia at hospital. For those who enter the forbidden tunnels, it's not just a thrill, it's a gamble. And as the story of Philibert Aspert and the teens lost in 2017 shows, a single misstep can leave you trapped forever. Walking through the catacombs is to walk through 6 million erased lives. People from every era of Paris's history, compressed into ossuary galleries, stripped of identity. The catacombs are not just a morbid curiosity. They are a monument to human history, often cruel, sometimes tragic, compressed underground. If you visit, stay on the marked path. Respect the dead. Remember that behind every skull lies a life once lived, a story now lost. Because down here, the catacombs don't just hold bones. They hold our shared past. If this story chilled you, there's more where that came from. Subscribe and join us as we dig deeper into history's darkest corners. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay curious.